Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Adrian weather forecast, and welcome back to another video, guys. This is going to be another video on another possible snowstorm for parts of the northern part of the United States. It's going to be another rare and late snowstorm bringing blizzard conditions, very heavy snow, possible power outages, and also it's not just going to be a video about snow, because the snowstorm will also bring some severe weather for parts of the southern plains. So this video is gonna have two parts of a snow or of a system. Or this video is gonna have the rainstorm part and also the snow. So if you are getting affected by either one, this will be a great video to watch, guys. So yeah. So please do not forget to like and subscribe before we get to the video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. We are inching closer to 700 subscribers, and I really want to get to 1K, guys, like you guys already know. But yeah, let's just start with the video by looking at the National Weather Service, guys. So I just updated this, guys. We currently do have blizzard warnings in that red. You see that light red? It really pops out to you. Though that red color is blizzard warnings for parts of the northern part of Montana. It's not gonna get into North Dakota quite yet, as the heaviest amounts of snow will be here in the mountains of Montana, with those up to 10 inches of snow there. We have winter storm warnings for parts of the northern part of North Dakota, sorry, and then for parts of the western part of Montana. We don't have much. We don't have many winter storm warnings, guys. We have more of a blizzard warning than winter storm warnings, but I believe that we will have some winter storm warnings stretching in for parts of the Minnesota area, as they will get some snow too. We have in that bluish purple color around the winter storm warning and blizzard warnings. We have winter storm advisories, so those areas will get like a lighter amount of snow. And yeah, we do have currently winter storm watches for an area for parts of the Colorado, Wyoming, and Nebraska area, guys. This is going to be another snowstorm. Not this one, but it's going to be another snowstorm forming right after this one ends. Right after this ends, another snowstorm is going to form, hits parts of Colorado, Wyoming, and the Dakotas. So that's why we have which one watches, guys. And this will be like this will probably be my video tomorrow, guys. And then we have flood warnings, flood advisories for the areas that are getting that rain. So let's just check out the radar, guys. So this radar is going to show us first more the snow for the Montana area, where you can see why they are getting those blizzard warnings. So this is currently right what the conditions are right now. So it's like around 10 a.m. over there right now. So when you wake up, you're gonna have some very heavy snow. You can see right here near those mountainous areas, they have very heavy snow right here, and also right here. So if you're like right near these areas, you are really going to get some heavy snow coming down. You can see it's really stretching parts of North Dakota. So yeah, it's going to be like another rare snowstorm. Especially, it's going to be really rare to have a blizzard warning at almost the end of April. It's literally almost May. So yeah, guys. So yeah, basically also, so it's gonna like cool down a little bit. I don't mean like temperatures. I mean like the storm's gonna cool down a little bit in Montana, and it's gonna go. The most intensifying snow will be for the North Dakota. As you can see right here, quite some heavy snow right there in parts of the central North Dakota area. And then it moves out of Montana, guys. So let's check out now the radar, where it is hitting many parts of the plains all the way to the Midwest. So this is what it's looking like as it gets into the evening hours, or sorry, not evening, as afternoon hours. And where the morning and afternoon hours meet around 12 to 1 p.m. here for these parts of North Dakota, getting a very heavy band of very heavy snow. That's where we can actually have some maybe winter storm warnings stretched down here, because the winter storm warnings are in the northern part of the state. So maybe we can have some more right here. But yeah, it's gonna have almost maybe 2 to 3 inches fall per hour in some of these areas, getting some very heavy snow stretching from north to south. From the northern part of North Dakota to the southern part of North Dakota. As we move more into the day, you're just gonna see that snow is just gonna stay there for the same many of the same areas for parts of North Dakota. It's just gonna stay there, and it's gonna stay there for a couple hours, and then it will start to move to the east You see that rain starting to form, but it's going to be right here where that low's forming near the Colorado and Nebraska border. That's where that low is going to form and bring a very heavy band stretching from many parts of the plains to the Midwest. So let's check out many, as we get into the evening hours. Hold on, let me move back a little bit. So as we get into the evening hours, we now see this rain. You can see many heavy bands scattered out. That's where you can have those very heavy bands of heavy rain and severe weather. But as we move on to more, it will start to form together. So we have very strong thunderstorms, possible tornadoes, and also possible blizzard conditions just north of that. So we're going to have a lot of crazy weather with this or today. Possible blizzard conditions for parts of north central Minnesota. Near the St. Paul area, you can have some 1 to 2 inches per hour. And then it's still going to stick around for parts of the northeastern part of North Dakota. You can see some scattered snow showers at the end of the storm. But right here for parts of central Kansas can have very, very heavy thunderstorms stretching for parts of the northern parts of Missouri. But it's really going to get strong right here. And then central Iowa can get also some possible severe weather, guys. It's not super rare to see at this time with a severe thunderstorms coming in once in a while. Wait, hold on, that went too. It's not rare to see severe weather once in a while for parts of the Midwest during spring, but it's weird to see it when it's related to a possible blizzard. So that's why it's a little weird, though. So as we move on more into tomorrow, we can have some snow for parts of the north central, parts of Minnesota, and then a little band for parts of central North Dakota. It starts to move out of Montana and western North Dakota. That heaviest will be near that low for parts of the northwestern Missouri and the Kansas border. And then we're going to have some possible severe thunderstorms for parts of north central Illinois. Chicago can get some very heavy rain tomorrow and around Wednesday, and possible Milwaukee, Madison, Wisconsin get quite some very heavy rain. And not going to be severe for parts of the Milwaukee or Madison area. But it could be severe if you are a couple miles northwest of Chicago. You can get some really heavy thunderstorms that could be severe. This is what we really need to watch out, guys. Sorry if there's a dog barking, guys. It's really loud. But right here near the Minnesota and Wisconsin border, guys, very, very heavy rain right here. That's where we can have actually maybe 3 to 4 inches per hour. But again, it's not going to stick around really that long like it did for North Dakota. It's going to move off really fast. And especially for the northern tip of Minnesota, might not even reach 4 inches, but if it stayed there longer, you could have maybe reached 3 to 4 inches per hour, because it is very crazy amount of snow for parts of the Minnesota area. It's going to bring some snow for parts of central to western Michigan. It's going to move off, bringing some snow for parts of the northern part of Michigan, parts of northern part of Wisconsin, and Minnesota as it moves off. Going to bring some possible severe weather for parts of the Ohio area. And that's where we're going to have that possible snowstorm possibly forming next week. That's going to be my next video. But the severe weather will move off into parts of the northeast and maybe even bring some snow for parts of the northeast mountains. Let's check out the amount of snow we have for parts of the Minnesota area. Or, sorry, for just in general from the snowstorm. Up to 10 to 7 inches for parts of the North Dakota area, especially in the northern part where you saw where that heavy snow stayed there for quite a long time. And as it moves east, it decreased a little bit for parts of North Dakota. Like it only got 5 to 6 inches now for those areas. And then for parts of the eastern part of North Dakota, not even going to get any snow at all. That's how fast it's going to dip down. It's going to get really light right here. Not saying you're not going to get snow. You can maybe get some flurries, less than an inch maybe. But not going to get super amounts of snow. Minneapolis is going to miss out on this. Green Bay is going to miss out on this. Milwaukee is going to miss out on this. It's going to be very warm right here, where that above 32 degrees will be like right here. That snow mostly stick around there. If you get possibly some flurries in these areas, don't even expect 0.1 inches. Right here, that northern tip where we saw that very heavy snow, like I saw possible 3 to 4 inches per hour, we have maybe possibly 8 to 7 inches of snow just in this one storm. So that's going to be a lot of amount of snow. You can just see really decrease from 2 to 8 inches in just a couple miles away. That's quite a big difference, as you can see what the how the rate of snow will affect that. 4 to 6 inches for parts of northern Minnesota, 1 to 2 inches for parts of central Michigan. Let's check out the European model now for parts of the storm, or for the storm for parts of the Midwest. So we can have about maybe 13 inches for parts of the northwestern part of Montana, maybe 5 to 8 inches for parts of the central part. And this is where we're going to have that next snowstorm. Again, just don't focus on that unless if you live there. But I'm talking about this possible blizzard condition snowstorm, bringing up to 9 to a foot of amount of snow for parts of the central amount of North Dakota. Going to bring a bit more snow for parts where that North Dakota Minnesota area meet. Quite a bit more snow, and possibly a bit more snow for parts of the central part of South Dakota, maybe just reaching an inch at most, but not expecting that snow. It's going to show a similarity compared to the GFS with the amount of snow for parts of that northern tip of Minnesota, reaching up to 8 inches of snow. Quite crazy, the rate. Again, Minneapolis out of that. The GFS, or sorry, the Europeans is actually showing maybe less than maybe half an inch of snow for parts of the Madison area. Chicago can actually reach about maybe an inch on this model, but on the European. But really doubt it that happened. And yeah, it's showing a lot less snow for parts of the northern part of Wisconsin. So let's check out now the GFS on tropical, or not, on the weather models. Again, guys, this is for the next snowstorm, so it's not related to this, guys, but if you want to check that out, you can. 7 to 9 inches. Sorry, guys, my dog is barking. 7 to 9 inches of snow for parts of the northwestern part of Montana. A similarity with the European, as we saw on the last model, and 10 to 8 inches for parts in the North Dakota area. The amount of snow for parts in North Dakota is quite a bit decreased, or it's smaller for parts in the North Dakota area. And then we have a similarity with 8 inches for the northern tip of Minnesota. Again, South Dakota, southern Wisconsin, not going to get a lot of snow, guys, with this storm. Let's get into the severe weather now. So if you're waiting for this, if you're going to get hit in Kansas, Missouri, if you live in those areas, you're going to get some very strong bands of rain with this storm to come. So here's the part with the severe weather now. So today we have a slight chance for parts of central to southern Kansas. And then we actually have a this is actually, if you're from the light green, that's under a thunderstorm. So not going to be like a severe thunderstorm. So it's way less than a marginal chance. So it stretches all the way to parts of coast to Lake Michigan, to all the way to parts of the Pacific Ocean. So that's how the rain's going to be widespread. The marginal risk has a bit more chance of getting severe weather, including Kansas City, Missouri, Overland Park, Kansas. Kansas City can get quite some rain too, and Topeka, Kansas, and Olathe, Kansas. I believe that's how you say it. But again, Kansas City can get quite a bit of snow, or rain. But this is what's looking like today, and that slight chance this is where we're gonna have that heavier band for today. If you're in a slight chance, you have the biggest threat of severe weather just for today. But if you're in a slight chance, you're probably thinking it's a slight. What do I have to worry about? Don't underestimate the storms. As you saw that radar, where that low is right near those thunderstorms, which can produce possible multi-cell storms, guys. So it's going to be very dangerous. The slight chance is a bit only covering about 1 million people in these areas. And the slight chance is actually only in Kansas. You can just see it. Only in Kansas is where you have that slight chance. Really close to the border of Colorado, you can actually really, like, right on the border, you can have that. But no, it's going to be mostly Kansas. So if you live in Kansas, you're going to have the biggest threat for today, I believe, including Wichita, Kansas, Salina, Manhattan, Kansas, and Emporia, Kansas. So many big cities, such as Wichita and Manhattan, Kansas, can get a very good chance of having severe weather. But yeah, let's check out now let's check out day 2 as this storm moves a bit more south. So guys, this can be another video, guys. It's going to have a slight chance for parts of the Texas, Oklahoma, and southern Kansas area, as that storms will dip down and bring some it's not going to be huge amounts of rain or a big humongous bands like we saw with the one that's going to affect today. It's going to be little scattered back storms that can bring possibly severe weather. But again, it's not going to be very big chance. It's going to be more of the today chance to have the biggest threat. But let's just check it out. So for parts of the marginal risk, we can have stretching from Columbus, Ohio. But that's going to be with when those storms move from the snow. From the snowstorm, it's going to bring that rain for parts of the northeast. So this is also related with this too. We're going to have a marginal risk for parts of Columbus, Ohio, near the Pittsburgh area, can have some of those thunderstorms with possible heavy bands of rain. Sorry, I had to reload. Possible heavy bands of rain related to this possible snowstorm. And then a slight chance including Wichita, Kansas. Again, Wichita going to be in a slight chance. Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, Enid, Oklahoma, and Clovis, New Mexico. So if you're like right on the border of New Mexico, New Mexico can be in this chance of having some severe weather. But again, the marginal risk is Kansas City, Pittsburgh, actually right on that marginal border, Akron, Ohio, Oklahoma City, some big cities in that marginal risk, guys. Let's check out the amount of rain we can expect with this rainstorm. This is not going to be focused on the Texas one. This is going to be more focused on the ones or the rainstorm related to the snow. So like parts of Ohio and stretching all the way to Missouri. So guys, you can see a lot of colors and a lot of measurements here. But if you want to focus on the areas who are getting the most amount of rain, it's going to be right here for the northeastern part of Kansas, northwestern Missouri, and like near the Wichita area, southern Kansas, and northern Oklahoma border. So right here, the most amount of rain we have is 5.5 inches, which is around right here. Right here is where we can expect 5.5 inches. You guys are probably thinking, it says 3. It says 3 right there. Well, that's because it's in the outside part of that. You can't specifically go right into that. It can have the 5.5 inches there and also right here. But in this circle right here, you can have ranging from 3.4 inches of rain to actually 4.3 near the border of Kansas and Missouri, near Kansas City. We also have maybe 2.4 inches near the southwestern part of Michigan. 2.3 to 2.5 inches near Milwaukee. So that's quite a bit of rain at that time for these areas. Chicago can get 2.6 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain from a storm, as they are not used to that. And then we have 2.7 to 3 inches for the Iowa area. Central Missouri, 3.3. But again, the most amount of rain will be in the Missouri, Kansas, and southern Kansas area. But you can just see, I don't know if you guys see the pattern, but we have a band stretching with heavy, heavy rain. You can kind of see that band where the other parts have less than an inch or just over an inch, while these areas have way more than 2 inches. Like these areas can have 4.3. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the possible severe weather in the plains in the Midwest and the possible blizzard conditions for parts of the northern part of the country. So yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And guys, I really don't know if you guys will really care about this, but tomorrow is my sister's birthday. She's turning 16. So guys, just wish her a happy birthday. So yeah, she's turning 16. And yeah. So yeah, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you guys in the next video.